Mayor Eric Adams has voiced sharp criticism of the federal government's handling of New York City's migrant crisis, revealing a strained relationship with the White House. Despite repeated requests for assistance, Adams reported receiving only $200 million in federal aid to address a $6.5 billion deficit caused by the influx of migrants.
What was the reaction that you got at the White House when you asked for help?
The when we saw the numbers coming in, we were getting at one time almost 8,000 a week, 16,000 every 2 weeks. I mean, we could just do the math, unsustainable. And at that time, the right to shelter, we were being sued by advocates that required us to give everyone a bed by a certain number of times. We were getting buses 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And we reached out to the White House, 10 trips to Washington, D.C., asking them for help in securing the border and stopping this flow. I went down to El Paso and also went down to the Darien Gap, and I saw the flow and the threat that we were receiving. We didn't get the support. We got $200 million out of the $6.5 billion deficit. And so many people believe that, okay, Eric, it's in your rearview mirror. It happened already. You got 170,000 out. No, the damage that we are going to see long term from spending $6.5 billion, $200 million could have gone to those chronically absent children. We could have put hundreds of millions of dollars into the senior care, helping people with medical debt relief. So when you start to look at the long-term impact of the services we did not provide, it's going to start materializing in the years to come. That is the destruction that I was talking about.
So when you had that pushback from the White House, they stopped returning your phone calls?
Prior to this crisis, I asked the president to come to New York City when we were having a crime problem, the gun problem. He came here and met with our law enforcement. We had a continuous conversation with the White House on these important issues. When this issue happened and we asked for assistance over and over again, and I refused to remain silent while I was watching this city harm, we no longer received the support that we deserved. We no longer had an opportunity to communicate with the president. It was a clear statement from the White House that they didn't appear to be happy that I was standing up for the city. And other mayors should do that. Look at what happened in these other cities: Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, Houston. Cities should not be taking away the resources from their residents to handle a national crisis.
Adams, during an interview with Fox News, described making 10 trips to Washington, D.C. to appeal for support, including better border security and funds to manage the growing number of migrants arriving in the city. He highlighted the unsustainable numbers, stating, "We were getting at one time almost 8,000 a week, 16,000 every 2 weeks." The mayor noted that the lack of sufficient federal aid forced the city to divert resources from other critical areas, such as education, senior care, and medical debt relief. "The long-term impact of the services we did not provide is going to start materializing in the years to come," Adams said, emphasizing the financial and social toll on the city. Adams also revealed a shift in the White House's engagement, claiming that his public criticism of the administration's lack of support led to a breakdown in communication. "It was a clear statement from the White House that they didn't appear to be happy that I was standing up for the city," he said. The mayor's comments come amid broader challenges faced by urban centers across the country in dealing with migrant inflows. Adams pointed to other cities, including Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, and Houston, as similarly burdened by the national crisis, advocating for better federal support rather than reallocating local resources. In a separate development, former President Donald Trump signaled he might consider pardoning Adams in the event of charges stemming from investigations into his campaign's fundraising activities. Adams has been scrutinized for alleged foreign donations, a controversy that adds complexity to the federal-local tensions. These developments underscore the ongoing challenges faced by New York City and other urban areas in navigating the migrant crisis while balancing local and federal responsibilities.